I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabree. We are living through unprecedented times with a global pandemic now approaching its third year. As a result, the Michigan Homeowner Assistance Fund was created. This fund, administered by the state of Michigan, is designed to help homeowners cope with pandemic-related hardships, such as delinquent property taxes. See if you qualify. Please visit. Call 313-388-9799 or email taxinfo@waynecounty.com. We're here to help.
Well, good morning. If you were looking for the weekly broadcast of Ask Welfare Rights, you've been successful. My name is Maureen Taylor. I'm flying solo for about the next 4 or 5 minutes. Marion and I had some communication issues this morning, and I'm here, and she is what they call en route. All right. So if you were looking for the Ask Welfare Rights broadcast, I'm here. And Marion will be here shortly, and we're going to go forward. Call-in numbers as usual. If you have some information you want to share, a question you'd like to ask, please give us a call. Area code 313. All the numbers are 313. And the first number is 868-0342 or 868-0351. Or call us at area code 313-8684-336. If you are on the website, you can go to www.tv33whpr.com. So you can call us. Very good, thank you. You can call us, and you can email us if you have the email. And I don't. So if you're online, give us a telephone call, 868-4336. All right, there are a couple of things that I thought Marion and I might be able to manage this morning. And one of them is another short trip down memory lane. Let me get these pearls working the way they're supposed to work. Okay. All righty. The pearls are going in the wrong direction. Let's do it like this. There we go. All right. And the trip down memory lane today, and I was thinking about it a couple of days ago when I was in the car. And there was a conversation about places where people can shop. And I kind of thought back, and I remember there was a place called Arlen's, Arlans. And I remember my mom and pop used to take me and my sister to a place called Arlen's. And it was sort of the pre-dollar store profile. And they had a lot of things in there, bright and shiny things. I guess the quality might have been questionable, but everything you wanted, housewares and kitchenwares and bedding and pillows and pots and pans and all the electronics. It was in another department, of course, children's clothes, grown folks' clothes, pregnant women clothes. I remember they had some of everything you wanted at Arlen's, and I remember how popular Arlen's used to be. I still remember that. And then there was, I can't remember where the Arlen's was. Maybe somebody in the audience will remember the Arlen's store. Don't know if it was a chain or not, but I think it might have been 2 Arlen's in Detroit. And that's when we had a 2-point-something million people. And all of those people needed to go someplace to get dishcloths and dishwashing detergent. So I remember Arlen's. And then I was thinking about Federals. Now, Federals used to be on Grand River and Greenfield, right there on that corner. And Federals was a really large department store. I remember that Federals was a chain, and it was the same kind of a concept around Arlen's. But in my head, what I remember is that it was slightly one step quality above. So when you went to Federals, it was well lit. I remember the chandeliers they had in the ceiling, and they had a lot of those kinds of things. And I remember Federals because it had all kinds of extra items in the music area. And if my memory serves me correctly, we could go to Federals, and the conversation would be, Mom, Dad, I'm gonna go over here, and you go shopping where you want to go shopping. And I remember how wonderful to go to the appliance area and then over to the electronics area, and you could get involved in. They would play whatever music you wanted to hear. So, something by Motown and whatever, they would play it for you. And of course, everybody would be attracted to come to that community. So, those are two things. We're going to continue down this trip down memory lane, but we have a caller. So, caller, thank you for calling Ask Welfare Rights. You are on the air, caller. You've got a trip down memory lane you're going to share with us?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, what shopping location are you remembering this morning?
Atlantic Thrift on Grand River.
Atlantic Thrift. I remember Atlantic Thrift. Okay, now.
And Arlen's had two locations. One was on the East Grand Boulevard.
East Grand Boulevard.
And the other one was on West Warren.
Okay. I think my family used to show up at the one on East Grand Boulevard. I remember Arlen's.
Mm-hmm.
But now Atlantic Thrift, was that on the same kind of a store, department store?
Atlantic Thrift was something like, I would say, like a Kmart's or what's the other one? Walmart.
Walmart.
It was like that.
Okay. All right.
And everybody went to Atlantic Thrift. You can find any and everything.
I remember those days when, especially here comes Thanksgiving and Christmas, and all the what do they call that? What is that word? Accoutrement. I remember that word. All of the things that I could, maybe somebody will call in and tell me how to spell accoutrement.
And another store was Woolworths that was on the boulevard. On Woodward and the
Woodward
Boulevard.
in the corner of Woodward and East Grand Boulevard. West Grand Boulevard. Right there on that corner. All right. I remember Woolworths. I remember Woolworths very well. Carla, I'm going to throw another one at you. See if you remember this. And we're taking a trip down memory lane, folks, if you remember places where we used to go to shop.
Okay, thank you.
Well, wait, don't hang up yet now.
Okay.
Because I want to test your memory. One of my favorite places, and I went there every November in preparation for Christmas, and it was called F&M Drugs. You remember F&M Drugs?
Yes, I do remember that.
F&M Drugs was on 9 Mile Road.
Yes.
And it had a great big old parking lot in the back. And you went in there and you could buy a reindeer in that bad boy, I think. You could get you a live reindeer. But it was a fabulous place for shopping.
And don't forget Paul's Cup right downtown.
Oh, man. Carla, you going way back now.
Paul's Cup rate had any kind of vitamins.
Any kind of medicine.
Everything.
Any kind of medicine on earth. And I remember, I think Paul had some stuff where they would mix it up for you, didn't they? Put it in and they mix up the medicine for you. Caller, you got a deep memory. You got a wonderful memory.
And wait a minute. And what about S.S. Kresge's that was on Grand River near the boulevard?
I didn't go to that one. I went to the Kresge's that was across the street from J.L. Hudson's on that corner.
Me too.
And with $5, you could buy 3 pair of earrings. Now,
and you can go to the counter and have a hot dog and a pop.
Have a hot dog and a pop for $1.08 because it was 99 cents plus tax.
And back then, everybody, especially go down there on a Saturday, because my mother took me all the time.
Yeah.
And everybody be dressed up.
Caller, your memory is outstanding. We're going to get some more testimony about places
thank you for having me.
And thank you very much, caller.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, goodbye now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, caller, you are on the air. This is Ask Welfare Rights. Marion has just joined us, and we're taking a shopping trip down memory lane. Now, caller, what memory do you have of shopping earlier days in Detroit? What do you remember? Caller, you there? Caller, you there? All right, we lost that one. Good morning, caller. We are taking a trip down, we're taking a trip down memory lane. This is Ask Welfare Rights, and we're asking folks to bring up stores that we used
Hello.
to shop at. Caller, can you hear me?
Rising, yes, I can.
There you go, Grand Rising, and good morning.
Good Grand Rising to you. You asked to spell the word accoutrement.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my pencil out, because I never...
Sure.
Yeah, I got to spell that word, accoutrement. I can say it really good. See that
This is how
little...
she pronounced it, though.
But wait a minute. I got the...
Accoutrement.
No, that's wrong. See, I learned how to say it from somebody from that country. And see, I had to learn how to roll that vowel. Accoutrement.
Roll that vowel.
You see. Now, how you spell it, caller?
A-C-C.
A-C-C.
O-U-T.
O-U-T.
R-E-M.
R-E-M.
E-N-T.
E-N-T. Accoutrement.
And it's additional items of dress or equipment or other items carried or worn by a person.
That's right.
Or used for a particular activity.
That's what it is. And you the first person that called to tell me how you spell accoutrement.
That's it.
Now I know how to spell it. I know what it is. Caller, give us some history in terms of your memory of places that you used to shop at. I talked about Federals. I talked about Arlen's already. Another lady called in and talked about Atlantic Thrift. What do you remember in terms of shopping? Go ahead.
Now, in Highland Park here, we had so many shops. We had Sears. We had diamond stores. But I do remember one store that stayed around. It left, maybe before the big exit, and that was Robert Hall.
Robert Hall. I remember Robert Hall, Tim. Robert Hall was the location of striped seersucker men's suits.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. You know, boy, I forgot all about Robert Hall. Now, there was a Robert Hall over there on Grand River. There was one in Highland Park, too?
Mm-hmm. There was one in Highland Park on Woodward about 5
Tim is giving the address and the zip code. He know all about it. Okay.
Yeah, about 5 blocks before 6 Mile. And when they left, then a pornography bookstore was there for years.
Okay.
The building still stands, but it's vacant.
Robert Hall. I remember the rows and rows and racks of jackets and pants and suits. And I remember those little light colored suits that they used to offer up there at Robert Hall. That's a good memory. That's a good memory there. Good memory, you know.
And they had a little song. Robert Hall, it's the season to show you the reason.
Oh, wait, Marion, you can't relax when you just walked in. You got to sit up here, Marion. They're too far away. You got to sit up here. Marion's got a song. What, they can't hear you. Oh, well, did I offer you the chance to just call in? And you said, no, I want to be here.
Today?
Yes.
That was last week.
That was 5 minutes ago. Sing that song.
Look, she's losing.
All right, go ahead. I talked to Jackie 5 minutes ago. Now, what's this Robert Hall song?
See, Robert Hall was a national type of thing.
I thought it was a national chain. Now, what was the song?
They had it on TV a lot of times. Robert Hall is the reason to show you. Do you remember that?
No, what's the rest of it? Robert Hall is the reason.
Low overhead.
All right.
No, boy, y'all going back now. So I don't remember the song.
Oh, please.
I don't remember the song, but you all had a Robert Hall in Highland Park.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I knew the one that was over there on Grand River, you know. So, Sears, I remember. So, and you all had Aubrey's Bakery up in Highland Park. And that's where the best place in the world to get fresh fruit pies. Cherry pie, apple pie, peach pie, blueberry, blackberry, good pies, and bread.
That's right.
Y'all had bread. Caller, I'm gonna throw out one more while it's on my mind.
Okay.
From the east side, lower east side, on Saturday mornings, you got your sleep in Saturday morning, and when you woke up, it's because you could smell the bread cooking in the neighborhood. And that was Silver Cup Bakery.
Oh wow. Oh
Silver
yeah.
Cup Bakery.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
there go Tim. He's shaking his head. Yeah, yeah. Silver Cup. And I remember, Marion, you used to be able to get little bitty loaves of bread,
Yeah.
and it was a whole loaf. And you
The
could take
mini
it
loaf.
home, mini loaf.
Many.
And you could do that. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
A Silver Cup Bakery. I remember that so well. Caller, don't hang up. Hold on just a minute. Hold on. Good morning, caller. You are calling Ask Welfare Rights. You got a shopping memory you want to share with us this morning? Caller, you there? Alrighty, Madam Grand Rising. What kind of news are you sharing with us this morning? We did heard about. We'll tell the Sears story in a few minutes, but the Robert Hall story, that was a good one. So, what other information can you share with us today, Madam
Before I
Grand
give
Rising?
you the HP news,
Yes.
remember Saunders Bakery?
Yes. Oh my God,
That
yes.
almost killed me when Saunders left. They had the bumpy cake. You remember the bumpy cake? The bumpy cake that Sanders sells today is not the same.
Nope.
So I have to tell everybody that's listening, you just don't know. That bumpy cake tasted like butter, tasted like real milk, and that
Okay.
cream up on. Oh Lord, Lord.
Lord.
That bumpy cake was enough to make you want to slap a stranger. Yeah, and we might have slapped a couple of strangers, but that Saunders was on jam. So
It was right in Highland Park.
I remember.
Yeah.
Was Oakman, right? Is that the street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The building's still there, but it's a grow house now.
Yeah, and it looks like just the front of the building is there. Do they have sides and a roof yet?
The building is there. It's a grow house now.
Oh boy. Hold on, Madam Grand Rising. Don't hang up. Hold on. Good morning, caller. Are you there? Okay, this may not work for one caller at a time, so that might be the case. So, all right, Madam Grand Rising, go ahead and give us a Highland Park report.
One more before I go.
Okay.
This was a little bit past Saunders, was Hostess Bakery.
Hostess Bakery.
Yeah, it was
And
good.
Hostess had, Hostess was the mostest, and they had, what was the name of that? Snowball? What was it?
Oh, Snowball, Twinkies, cupcakes.
Yeah, but the Snowball ones that were pink, and then they came out with some that were white, and it was chocolate, and it had whipped cream or some kind of cream in the middle. Oh Lord, Lord! I tell you, Madam Grand Rising, you're making my mouth want. Just think about how good that stuff was. At Hostess, you used to be able to get a slice of pound cake and a slice of fruit cake. That's where I started eating fruit cake. A little bitty slice, boy. I couldn't wait, Marion. When I got to be grown, I was gonna buy a slice of fruit cake every day of my life. When I got to be grown and had my own money, and I think that's what I did. I went over there about 10 or 12 at a time. Some good eating. Madam Grand Rising, give us a Highland Park report.
I most certainly will. Our event yesterday, Marion was in attendance, and Highland Park showed up, and some of Detroit, too. Our event here on McLean Street has been honored and named Wheeler's Way as well, in honor of my parents, Earl and Naomi Wheeler.
How nice.
So we had a signed dedication, and we had a gathering. I won't say a crowd. It was a gathering.
Okay.
It was.
Of well wishers and everyone that my parents touched their lives.
Okay. How wonderful. How wonderful.
Yes, we did balloon salute where everybody released blue and white balloons, and they just it was just so beautiful to see those balloons. Though they went toward downtown too.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. I'm glad to
but
hear
it was from 4:30 to 5:15, and I asked everybody, and they were very respectful of that. Just 1 minute to speak, and guess what? We got out at 5:15, just enough time to get to our block club at 5:30.
Okay. All right.
We
Alrighty.
had a block club meeting afterward. And you know what? We had over 38 people.
Oh,
They
boy.
had to bring us extra chairs.
Okay. Black
Yes.
Club is growing. Okay.
It's growing, and we've got even got some friends of McLean too that we're going to get some T-shirts because there's a lot of people that used to live on McLean or lived in Highland Park, and they've heard the word that how our Black Club is moving, progressing, and they say I want a T-shirt. So we decided to have an additional T-shirt that says Friends of McLean
Okay.
Black Club.
How
It's
nice.
wonderful.
How nice.
One good thing that each person that spoke, you notice that they do love Highland Park,
Yes.
and people were ready to stay out there for a long time if necessary. But it was so nice that that finally your family was finally
Recognized. Okay.
Yes.
How nice.
And it just touched all of us.
How
Yes, it
wonderful. And what was that called? Wheeler's Way? Is that what the?
It's called
Yeah.
Wheeler's Way.
Okay,
It's
all right.
honorary. It's on McLean and Woodward. The sign is also on McLean and John R. and McLean and Oakland.
Okay, street signs.
Yes.
How
yes.
wonderful. How wonderful.
Uh-huh. Everybody from the mayor to Mike Kears to Art Blackwell to you just name it. Marion was there. She
Okay.
even brought us some additional chairs.
How wonderful. Hold on again. Hold on. Don't hang up. Hold on. Caller, you're reaching Ask Welfare Rights. Can you hear us? Caller, are you there? Alrighty, we'll have to pick that caller up. It looks like one call at a time with this technology. So we'll do it that way. So I think that's so wonderful that there was a acknowledgement ceremony and the Block Club. Any highlights at the Block Club, that meeting that we need to know about? Grand Rising,
Economic
are you there?
Development.
I said again,
Mr. Ty Henson.
Mr.
He's from
Henson.
the City of Highland Park City Hall. His title is Community Economic Development.
Okay,
And he spoke on he brought a proposal where that Highland Towers on McLean and Woodward and the Farron Park apartment are going to be fabulous single 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments.
Okay, so now they're being retrofitted, or is this new development coming?
Retrofitted means
Already there,
There.
and they're just renovating it.
they're already there. They're historic
Okay.
buildings.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good news. Are we talking about affordable housing?
Yes, there's got to be some affordable housing too with that federal grant.
That's what I used to
20% or
believe.
30%.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, I say that's what I used to believe. Has to be
Oh,
affordable
okay.
housing, and I guess it depends on the definition of affordable. But I'm
There
glad
you
to
go.
hear it. I'm glad to hear it. That's some good news, Grand Rising.
He's coming back because we were really cut for time because our second speaker was Raphael from the Solidarity, and
Okay.
we filled out surveys because they've gotten some grants because there's some things in Highland Park that we need like street lights,
Yep.
solar power, energy.
Yep. Okay. So Raphael came and gave a good report.
Yes, he can, and he will return as well too. The members, just really appreciate all of the things that are happening in Highland Park and the communication that we're continuing to, keep going.
Okay.
because we understand that Black Club make the community.
They
They
used
make
to.
the city.
Yeah, they used to. We used to have block clubs. We used to have books with block club addresses and presidents and whatnot listed in it. Block clubs have a long history
Yes, they
in this community. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, they do.
Okay, Marion, you going to add something?
she hit it.
Oh, okay. All right, about the block clubs. All right. Well, Madam Grand
wanna
Rising,
remind-
keep going. Go ahead.
I want to remind the city of Highland Park is giving free COVID-19 vaccines. That's Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson on Wednesdays, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. At Ernest T. Ford Recreation Center here in beautiful Highland Park on 10 Pinkett. For further information, you can call 313-580-3208. That's 313-580-3208 for further information. Come on, COVID ain't going nowhere. It's still here.
Yeah, it
Let's
is.
get our vaccines and our boosters, and even if you need a COVID test, too, they're available for you here in Highland Park.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, Madam Grand Rising, is there anything left you need to share with us?
I just want to say, everybody, I watch the station before your show comes on,
Yes.
and it's so wonderful programs. You know, it's Theo Broman's show, and then her husband was in the Spinners. What was her name? Purvis Jackson's show.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay.
your show comes on, and it's always the theme of those shows. It's unity in the community. It's harmony. Let's give love a chance.
Amen. I co-sign. I think we both co-sign that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Madam Grand Rising. As always, your reports are always thorough and complete.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having this show, for serving the community. Thank you.
And thank you
for
so
what
much.
you
We'll
do.
talk to you next Friday. Okay.
Yep.
That's right.
And thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Alrighty, caller. This is the Ask Welfare Rights program. Are you calling in with a shopping piece of information from the past? Caller.
Yes.
Oh, go right
Hello?
ahead. We can hear you now. Go ahead. What do you remember?
Okay. I remember when they had at Focus Hope years ago,
Yeah.
and they used to give us pet milk, Karo Serve
Yep.
to make the baby formula.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you're talking about Focus Hope. That's up on Oakman.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Stand
And
long line.
I remember when they had the shortage just recently of formula.
Yes.
And I said, now why didn't these people remember or tell their children about the way we used to fix the formula 50-some years ago?
All right now.
Where we would go there and get them cases of pet milk.
Mm-hmm.
They'd give us the Karo Serve. And we had the healthiest babies. We made it with the Karo Serve, pet milk,
And pet
and
milk.
water.
And water.
Mm-hmm.
All right, caller, you took us to a place. The thing I remember about Focus Hope, and I don't think I ever even connected it with that, but I remember the city used to have warehouses, and you could go and get commodities. And what I remember is that the commodity that was the best was that American cheese. Oh
That
Lord!
big,
You
great
make
big
you
old
great
loaf
big old
of it.
chunk of cheese and make you a great big grilled melted cheese sandwich, and the cheese would be this thick. Lord have mercy! Then you have to spend the rest of the day in the bathroom. But that cheese was so tasty. Macaroni and cheese, all
that
of
mac
the
and cheese was
mac and
good.
cheese. Oh, that cheese was so good. So, caller, I remember Focus Hope. I worked there for about 2 summers, maybe about 3 summers, with young people who were mentally challenged. And at that time, this maybe 20 years ago, and they had cases of vegetables. And so, somebody in the back, hundreds of volunteers would pack boxes of commodities, macaroni and cheese, all that kind of stuff. And I used to recall, Marion, the chunk of cheese they were putting in there was about this thin. And I would say, wait a minute, what happened to the great big chunks of cheese? Well, they come like this now. So, okay, so I would go back and send somebody and go get about 10 that was this thin and put that in the box. So, caller, you just took us back to the days of Focus Hope. Thank you for sharing that, caller.
You're welcome. And thank you for being the great person that you are.
Caller,
But
we
you've
keep
helped
trying.
many people.
Caller, we keep trying. Keep us on your prayer list, okay?
Amen.
And thank you, caller.
You're
All
welcome.
right, bye now.
Bye-bye.
Good morning, caller. This is the Ask Welfare Rights broadcast. Do you have a memory, a shopping memory that you want to talk to us about? Good morning. Caller, you're on the air. Caller, you're on the air. Can't hear that one. Caller, can you hear? Good morning, caller. Can you hear? Uh-oh. All right. Sorry. Lost two of them. Call us back. 868-4336, 868-0351, or 868-0342. Let's see if we can get this caller back. Good morning, caller. This is the Ask Welfare Rights broadcast. Do you have a shopping memory to share with us? Tim, am I doing something wrong here? I'm hitting it. Call you there? Okay. Okay, just a moment here. We've got the tech here to see if I'm doing something wrong because I want to get, keep talking. All right, Mary and I already talked about F&M Drugs. You remember F&M Drugs on 9 Mile Road? And that was my Christmas destination because they always had packs of, I know, they always had packs of perfume, packs of cologne. You could get sheets and you could get pillowcases. I think the first time I bought my mom and dad silk pillowcases, I got them from F&M Drugs. And that was on 9 Mile in Ferndale, right across, well, let me see, where it would have been across, in that little shopping mall area. And in those days, you know, every store was up and running. Had all kind of activities that were going on, but F&M Drugs, then they ended up, okay, are we good? Keep talking, I'm gonna keep talking. Okay, Tim is asking me to say something to the audience, and I think he's trying to figure out what's going on with these little buttons, and we're going to keep going, 868-4336, 868-0351, or call us at 868-0342. Say hello, caller. Caller, you're on the air. Can you hear? Caller, you on the air. Might be just that middle one, the one that's working, because, yeah. All right, we're going to keep getting this right. The number that you can hear us on, and it might be a volume issue, 868-0351, and we'll call that one, 868-0342, or 868-4336. Marianne, what kind of shopping memory do you have in terms of places that we used to go to shop in at Highland Park?
What was the name of that wonderful place where you go to for women clothing, and on Woodward Avenue, and a lot of people would come there from other cities and
Well,
stuff
you have
like
to
that.
name it now,
I'm
or
trying
you
to
have
think.
to tell us
What
where
was-
it is.
It was on Woodward Avenue.
Near
I ain't
in
really-
Highland Park.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. What I do remember, and I'm surprised you didn't say it, the best appliance store on earth,
Serious.
Highland Park Appliance, Highland Alliance store. You know, Highland
Yeah,
Appliance.
Highland
All right, that was the best appliance store on earth. You know, you could go there with a voucher and get you a stove, a refrigerator, washer and dryer, air conditioner. Highland Appliance was on jam. Now, to what I remember, okay, try it again. Caller, you're on the air. Can you hear us? Caller, you're on the air. Can you hear us?
Oh,
Yes, we can hear you now.
hi, Grand Rising call again. You know, when the young lady called about Focus Hope, when I was a baby, I was raised on K-Rose syrup and pet milk.
Yeah.
One of them K-Roll pet milk babies.
Yeah, and you know what? When we had pancakes and Miss Butterworth came out, I refused to use Miss Butterworth syrup. I use K-Roll. I had to have K-Roll.
I'm not mad at you. I started off with log cabin and then syrup, but then when I met Miss Butterworth, I put log cabin down because boy, Butterworth was on jam. You know, yeah. All right, I remember that. Now Marion's trying to remember a dress store.
What was that dress store
in
name?
Highland Park on Woodward for women's clothes? Is that what you said?
Winkleman?
Yes.
Winkleman's.
Yes. And
Winkleman's.
and
Oh
some
man,
good clothing.
that was some exclusive stuff up
Yes,
in there.
it was.
Winkleman's. I'm gonna write that one down. I forgot all about Winkleman's.
You know,
And-
they had a what do you call it? A alteration shop
Yes.
too, and I used to get my jackets there, my blazers and dress jackets, and they would sew my initials on the pocket.
Winkleman's. Okay, hold on just 1 second. Caller, hold on. We're the engineer's checking the lines. Caller, are you? We can hear you now. All right.
can?
Yes, we can. Now hold on. We're gonna put
Okay,
you
I
on
will.
hold, but hold on to that memory. We coming right back.
Okay.
Okay, say it again. Oh, okay. Well, whoever that was, give us 3 minutes and call right back. We want to hear your memory.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Oh. All right.
He didn't really
We
not happy now.
everybody hung up. 868-4336, 868-0351, 868-0342. Call us back with your shopping memory. Winkleman's, and I can't even think. I guess it was downtown. It was downtown on Woodward Avenue. Now, where was that place I told you before?
I know.
That's the one we went to downtown on Winkleman. On Woodward.
I went to just Winkleman and Sirius.
In Highland Park. Okay, I don't remember a Winkleman's in Highland Park, but what was the name of that place? Oh man, wait. It was a dress shop. You know where that little park is back off of Woodward. I can't remember the name of the park now. And it was on Madison Street. But for anybody that remembers, these are women's clothes. 868-4336, 868-0351, or 868-30342. We're going to take this call. Caller, you are on the air. Share a shopping memory with us. Caller, can you hear?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Go ahead. What is your shopping
Okay,
memory?
I'm the one that had called earlier telling you
That's
about
okay.
Atlantic Thrift.
Yes.
Okay, I got another one for you.
Go ahead.
The other one was called Shopper's World.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Shoppers World must have been on the east side.
It was right there in Hamtramck.
Man, I don't remember
And they
Shoppers
had
on
some
World.
Smith
beautiful
Street.
clothes too.
Okay, Shoppers World. I don't remember Shoppers World.
And you can go in there and buy any and everything for your house. And also, I know you remember Sanders downtown on Woodward.
Yes,
what you were
yes,
looking
yes.
for.
We were talking about Sanders.
And you
know?
had Marianne's shopping store for
Mary
women on
Ann's,
Woodward.
Mary Ann's was shoes, wasn't it?
No, Marianne was a clothing
Oh,
store.
I don't remember that one then. Mary
It
Ann's, the
was
clothing
Marianne's
store.
and Learners. Remember
I
Learners?
remember Lerner. I remember Lerner. Yes,
And
I do.
Himahos.
Himahos. That
Oh,
was the
Himahos.
name of it. Himahos was on
Himahos.
Woodward.
And Crowley's.
Okay, but wait a minute. I'm going back to. I think I threw that coat away. The first fur coat I had, I ever bought myself. I was the musician at St. Peter and Paul, and under Father John Steponi. And I saved my money, and gave my little sister an allowance or whatnot. Couldn't talk to me. I think I was making $13 a week. I was big time. I was trying to get me a credit card with 13 Tim. Get me a credit card, $13 a week, right?
And Crowley's.
Okay,
And
but wait
remember
now,
Crowley's
wait,
and
hold on.
Hudson's downtown.
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm going back to Himahos. I bought a coat, and I think it was like about $39. And this was my first fake fur coat, and it was a white with a black stripe here and a black stripe here. And I put it on. My mother looked at me when I found, I had to put it in the layaway. You remember those days?
Yes.
Put the coat in the layaway. Tim, you could put $1.08 every week on what you owed and go down there and pay for it. Because in those days, you had to pay it off before they let you bring it home. They stopped doing that. They let you bring stuff home and you pay it off later, but that didn't work out. But I remember that.
And you know what? I'm so glad that you got a good memory. Everybody got good memories, but those were the good old days.
Well, let's say a little something about Crowley's. Now, the way you got to Crowley's is first you started off at Kresge's, and
Yep.
you spent your $5 so that you could buy 3 pair of earrings, a hot dog, and some fries. So your whole $5 was gone right there because it was enough for you to have a good time. And then you went through, you came out that front door on Woodward, and Marion, you walked, Marion and them, they was exclusive, suburbanites. They living in
I
Highland
don't know
Park.
what
Right.
she talking about.
Yeah,
I don't believe
upper,
that. That's
upper.
the, that's the
Wait now, and
exclusive
and
right
then
there.
you go across Woodward, and you
Yes.
go in that front door all the
Yes.
way to the right at Hudson's, and you go down them steps, and that's
Yep.
where you found all of those
the budget
department. And then you come back up, and you go through the back of Hudson's, and you
Go-
go across the street to Crowley's.
That's it.
I remembered well. I remembered
Because if
so
you didn't
well.
have a whole lot of money, you could shop in the basement at Hudson's or
Oh,
Crowley's.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, that was
and
the
you know
best
what?
place.
$25, you could buy 40 gifts for Christmas. You buy everything you wanted.
And remember, Hudson's had those beautiful elevators.
Yes.
What Hudson's had is on the 12th floor. Caller, what was on the 12th floor during Christmas?
I can't remember that one.
All right.
And,
When you got off the elevator, a Christmas Carol, the black one and a
Sure
white one,
was.
was waiting there,
Right.
and ushered you in, and you walked around for the different displays and all around. And when you got to the end, you were scared to death because there was Santa Claus waiting at the end. You remember that? Oh Lord! And for the longest time, there were only white Santa Clauses. But then they started bringing in them black Santa Clauses. So you walked and walked and walked. And when you got to the end, scared you to death. Then you
Yes.
ran to get
Yes.
on to, Santa Claus's lap. And there was somebody there taking pictures because all of
That's
us
right.
had pictures of you sitting on Santa Claus's lap. And some were crying, others trying to go away, but you was all sitting there. I remember that.
I
Picture
got 2
cost some
more
money.
for you now. I'm going to hang up, let somebody else get in, okay?
Go ahead.
What
I
about
got my
Green's
pen.
Barbecue that was on West Warren?
Oh, yes.
I never did like Greens
And
barbecue.
what about Vicky's? What about Vicky's Barbecue that was on Grand River in Virginia Park?
No, I don't know nothing about
Vicky
Vicky's.
she was a golfer. She was black. She was a golfer.
All right, so wait a minute. I don't remember Mickey's.
Oh, she-
Vicky. I don't remember Vicky. Greens. I went by there. We ate there. But see, I was always the East Side Young's barbecue.
Well, there's
See?
a new Vicky's. I mean, it's another Vicky's, but it's on West Warren right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's still in business.
I wonder if it tastes the same. If it went.
I haven't been there really in about 5 years, but it's
Things
best to call the
change.
order in.
Well, see, my favorite place on the weekend, for about 20 years, I didn't eat pork. And I let it go. And then after the economy started changing and I saw all of my friends was doing outside barbecues during the weekend, I started letting it go. And then I went to Parks Barbecue.
Oh,
You couldn't
yes.
talk to me no more. And Parks is still up there. I meet all
Up
of
on
my
Livernois.
school bus drivers. No. I'm talking about the one that's on Custer.
Oh, see, we got one on Livernois.
Oh boy, I didn't know it was a
'Cause they
Parks
had
barbecue.
beef. They had beef barbecue.
Who?
They had the beef barbecue at Parks. Sure
Beef
did.
barbecue. Man, I don't remember that one. All right,
Okay, I'm gonna let you go so somebody can get in.
Caller, your memory is outstanding. Thank you
My
so
name
very
is
much.
Vanessa.
All right,
my
thank you,
name
Miss
is Vanessa. and I
Vanessa.
love you both.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. All right, caller, we've got somebody else with a traveling memory. Caller, you on the air, though. This is Ask Welfare Rights. What kind of shopping memory you going to share
Hello?
with us today? Caller, can you hear?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
I just want to piggyback on Hudson's. Now, my grandmother used to always take us there shopping for Christmas, but she told me when she was coming up, they didn't allow, as she said, colored elevator operators.
That's
If
right.
you were, you had to be white, bright, darn near white
Right.
to be an elevator operator.
Okay. Now, my aunt, the last one I had, Henrietta Carter, used to be Henrietta Freeman. Henrietta was one of the first black elevator operators at the Whittier, and then she got hired over at J.L. Hudson's. And she was light skinned, and they had to wear gloves. You remember those days?
Right.
And if I could stand up, I would. you put your hand behind your back, and with a white glove, like you was one of the ushers at your church, and then you'd open up the elevator door, and they would announce they would announce shoes, underwear, notions, and people would get on and off. Caller, hold on just a second. We're going to pick up this other call. Okay, one at a time. All right, caller, you're going to have to hang up so the next one can call in. But caller, your memory is good here. Thank you, caller. All right, caller, you're on the air. You've been very patient. Can you hear us?
Yes,
Yes, go right ahead, caller. What kind of shopping memory are you sharing today?
I'm sharing Cozy Cottage barbecue on Harper and Dickerson.
Okay, what's the name of that?
Cozy Cottage.
COZY. And what's the last word? Are you saying college, like university?
COTTAGE.
A cottage.
Yes.
I ain't never heard of no. Caller, you making that up. There ain't no such thing as a cozy cottage.
No.
barbecue place.
It was a Cozy Cottage on the corner of Dickerson and Harper.
Dickinson and Hopper, and it was a barbecue place?
Yes, and they had live band music on the weekend.
Well, we sure missed that
Oh,
one.
man, we really missed that. I'm writing this down. I ain't never heard of the cozy cottage.
It
Caller,
was some good barbecue.
I'm going to have to challenge you, caller, and we're going to have to get a second eyewitness to that one because I'm thinking you making that up. See, you know.
It was the best
Cozy
place in
Cottage.
town.
My goodness. On the east side, Dickerson. All right.
Dickerson and Harper.
We got about 14 minutes left. We're going to see if anybody else remember the Cozy Cottage barbecue is a place with live music. It sounds like something that was wonderful.
You can smell it now.
Sounds like something wonderful.
It was very good.
All right, caller. Thank you for sharing that one. All
Well, she's
right.
going to have to call back next
Thank you,
week
caller.
and
Yeah,
make
because
sure.
we're going to have to get a witness on that one.
Yeah.
Thank you, caller. Keep those thoughts going on. Marion, I got another one. And now that we're talking about barbecue, the best barbecue for a long time was Webster's Barbecue up on Charlevoix. Tim, you remember that one? Nope.
No, I don't remember that.
Webster's Barbecue, and the group that opened it was the factory workers, the 500 Club.
Oh, okay.
You remember the 500 Club? Quentin McCrae? Just a bit of 10 minutes. Okay. Some news I just got the other day. Matter of fact, just still crying about it. Quentin McCrae was one of the UAW administrators in the union. And one of his sons, one of my darling sons, Rodney McCrae, made his transition and joined the elders, making me tear up right now. This is Friday. I think I got that call Wednesday. And it was the 500 Club that owned and operated and developed and built that Webster's Barbecue, which is right there on Charlevoix. A lot of people don't know where Charlevoix is. It's on the east side. For years, Marion, my sister and I tried to duplicate the barbecue sauce. And we had all kind of ideas. It's got this in it and that in it. Everything we tried, none of that worked. That barbecue sauce, and Mama used to let us go up to Webster's. We both had Schwinn bikes. You remember the Schwinn bike? Tim, you remember Schwinn? Schwinn bike, right? And the seat on the Schwinn bike, you know, the seat on the bikes now are this wide. See, when Schwinn was out there, the seat looked like a regular seat. Your whole behind wasn't hurting. You could sit on the Schwinn bike, and there was no pain involved. And we had Schwinn bikes. I remember that, boy. We kept them bikes until those bikes just wore out. I think the wheels fell off. The brakes fell off. The chain fell off.
They last a long time.
They lasted a long time, and we had a basket on the front. And Mama said, go to Webster's and get this barbecue. Gave us the money. Me and my sister went down McDougal till we got to Verner. Two more stops, and went to Charlevoix and got that barbecue, and it smelled so good. We couldn't eat it and sample it on the way home. Mama wasn't having none of that, so we had to bring the whole thing back. But,
Yeah, you could
Mary,
not-
we
you
talking
could
about
not.
clothes. nobody said anything about Montgomery Wards.
Oh yes.
Monkey Wards
Yeah,
was
there it is.
Monkey Wards Christmas shopping. You could go in there and get, what was the sheet set? You could get a twin size sheet, twin size blanket, and 2 pillowcases for $9 and change.
Another thing
You
I
know,
want to add to this is,
Monkey
you know, we
Wards.
was just talking about this this past week. They had, you know, some of the best. Oh boy, there go some of the best underclothes for people.
Where? Monkey Wards?
Monkey Wards, yeah.
Monkey Wards and Sears
They
had
had
the best
best.
school underwear
Right.
on earth. You know, my mother always bought me and my sister underwear, especially bras at the top. And when she passed, we didn't know how to buy underwear. So we kept wearing what she bought, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after about 5 or 6 years, you know, you ask the question, you know, my
Where
underwear
is it?
keep falling down, you know. And my friends, y'all were very cruel. Man, my underwear and stuff keep falling down. What do you think? And you know, y'all were very mean. Get some more underwear. Oh man, I ain't talking to y'all about nothing no more, you know. Yeah, y'all was just cold-blooded, you know. Okay, we're down to our last 5 or 6 minutes. I wanted to mention certainly Monkey Wards because I get a catalog from Montgomery Wards now.
But it's not like
You know,
it used to be.
well, you can't walk in the store and look like the prices are not as economical as they are now. But I still get, it's all online shopping.
I know.
Can't go to the place. But I wanted to bring up this one place that me and Sharon, my sister, used to go to, and it was New York clothes that were on the rack and on sale. And I can't remember, it was on Madison, but it was called the Hyperbole.
I don't know
And,
nothing
and
about
I
that
know
one.
very few people know. We'll ask some folks next week. Nobody knows about the Hyperbole. Hyperbole had fashions from New York, and nobody bought those fashions. They would ship them to Detroit, and man, you know, very economical. I remember a name of a style of a dress called a shift.
Oh yes.
You remember the shift?
Yeah.
The shift was a straight dress. Okay? A straight dress. All right, we got one last caller. Caller, you're going to have about 30 seconds. Caller, you're on the air. Can you hear us?
Yes, I do.
You have about 30 seconds. What memory, shopping memory, you going to share with us today, young man?
Epps.
Epps. Oh, nobody talked about Epps. Now, was that a department store?
Army surplus store.
Army
Wait, look at all
surplus.
and we went up there and bought a whole bunch of
Man,
what we
you
were
know, young man,
And
go ahead.
and Berry surplus.
I remember the
Uh-huh.
berry surplus. I don't remember Epps, but I remember that. I remember that, caller. Your memory is intact, no matter what people say and how bad they talk about you. Okay, your memory is just fine, caller. Thank you so much. All righty. We are just about out of time. Said something already about the Hyperbole. We talked about Montgomery Wards and all of those things. And again, we had all that, Marion, when you had 1.9 million people. So you had to have all of that. All of that had to be involved so that people could go someplace and buy what they wanted. Marion, we're down to our last few seconds. What words of wisdom would you like to sit up here and say something about?
I am
you know,
tired.
you know.
We hope to be back again next week, and I think we need to make sure we have more of these
Memory
memory
lanes.
lanes and stuff like that. You know, and
So
people,
you know, yeah.
and people would go to church, make sure they make it to those various stores and barbecue places. You know, if they going to church on Sunday, you know, you got to have that hat right and everything else. So that's one thing that was in the you know, and you knew you were gonna look fine walking into that church.
Well, we'll pick this up next week where we're leaving off. And the reason for bringing up memory lane things is that if you lived and you understood what those things were that we've talked about for the last almost hour,
was always
you know that today is not the same. And they tell you today these are quality items. No, they're
No,
not. You know what
goodness,
quality
no.
looks like because we came up through that. All right, we're at the end of our hour. Call us at Welfare Rights if you need anything, 313-964-0618. Go get that booster enhancer shot. I'm going to go up to a CVS in Oak Park tomorrow to get mine. And Lord willing, the creek don't rise. Marion and I will be back next Friday, and we're going to pick up where we left off because we still didn't talk about places where people went bowling, places where people bought cakes and pies,
Skating.
and places where people went skating. So we're going to talk about that. If you got skates and you remember them, I got my skates. I'm going to bring them next week and put them on
Please
the
don't.
table here.
Do not.
Bring your skates with the wooden wheels and bring them here. If you got something to say, don't tell us, show us. What we say at the end of the broadcast, we will say goodbye.
Bye.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. We are living through unprecedented times with a global pandemic now approaching its third year. As a result, the Michigan Homeowner Assistance Fund was created. This fund, administered by the state of Michigan, is designed to help homeowners cope with pandemic-related hardships, such as delinquent property taxes. To see if you qualify, please visit. Call 313-388-9799 or email taxinfo@waynecounty.com. We're here to help.